Hello, welcome. This is a reading for CAPITALSTEEZ. I hope y'all didn't see that. But anyway, I'm all over the place. I needed to get a charger. Hopefully other people will join. I don't know when everybody else is showing up, if people want me to do this. Somebody was asking me to do this because his birthday was yesterday, and honestly it's been so crazy. So I wanted to give people like another session to, either like donate and ask questions, and that will give you guys the opportunity to ask what you guys want. But what I'm gonna do is just focus on his energy and focus on, I guess, what he's thinking about and everything. Honestly, to be completely honest with you, I was like in this position. Hi, I was like in this position of basically just letting. I'm glad that I guess I didn't do it yesterday because I was so focused on some other energy type shit, and I don't want to mess that up with his energy. So let's find his card because his birthday was yesterday, so it was right July 7th. So I'm just gonna find his card here. So here you go. This is his card for this deck. I have like so many different decks now, so I have to like go through each of them. Yes, he is passed away. He has transitioned on. If you do not know his story, if you do not know his story, you can Google it and look it up. Or I can tell you, it is stated that he committed suicide. My predictions say otherwise, and I'm just gonna leave it at that. And it was a situation, I believe, like around New Year's Eve or something like that when he transitioned. And I'll just leave it at that. I'm not gonna get into details. People who know. People who don't know, y'all gonna learn. Basically, y'all gonna learn. So, the controversy behind this particular rapper, and if people don't know, like I said, this is like a part of a big hip hop boom bap like movement that was going on, like 2011, so on, somewhere around there. And as I stated before, it's a situation to where we're hearing about CAPITALSTEEZ, and he's very intelligent, extremely methodical. I will say that. He's very methodical. He likes to plan certain things out before executing things. But he's very generous and caring. But he is on this aspect of being a businessman first. And I think that I'll say the fact that he cares is more so important to him. But he won't negotiate on certain things that he doesn't agree with on a business level. So let me clarify that, okay? Because he's like, let's clarify that real quick. So, so that's kind of his energy. That's his deal. As I stated before, people are more so interested in the controversy of his of what happened to him. But if you all get to know him and actually listen to his music, like, he's extremely, very intelligent, very smart, just very lyrical, well put together, type of an energy. You know what I'm saying? Like, very good vibes. I don't know. I like his vibe. So when people ask me, to do readings and stuff, I do it because it's for the Steez fans, and that's an opportunity for these Steez fans to come through and test my gangster. So yeah, the Cashapp is Queen Prodigy 369. All right, so we're gonna start shuffling. I'm not gonna waste any more time. I'm just gonna use the Oracle deck first and see what's going on. Okay, this is just general energy. See what's happening around his energy. If he has anything to discuss or say, basically, about I guess anything for that matter. So we're just gonna focus on his vibe and see what is happening. Is there anything specific that you would like to talk about? What is going on with you, and how do you feel with your rebirth day? Well, the first thing that's funny about him, and I don't know how true this is, but it's kind of hilarious because he seems to bring up a couple of perspectives when it comes down to certain aspects of like celebration. Because I was like, oh, I hope you enjoyed your rebirthday or your birthday or whatever. And the first thing that I'm getting from him is like, I'm not into all those worldly things. Like, he's on his Zen shit. He's like, with rest and rejuvenation, subconscious mind. He's like, I see the world, I observe the world, but I'm not of the world. Like, I don't know what that's about, but maybe you all are more familiar. You know what I'm saying? Not necessarily being attached to the world. He's like, I'm not of the world. I'm beyond that. Past Archangel Metatron, he always talks about third eye energy. You know what I'm saying? So Archangel Metatron, he has a lot of that energy around him. So I find that to be kind of cool. Him basically being in his third eye and communicating, that's what's really dope. He is calling out aspects of, and this is kind of like a learning experience, so I hope that you guys that are Steez fans, this is like something that you all can learn from. But he's placing, so this card, let's show you this card first, the attachment card, okay? Talking about worldly things, no longer having some aspects of attachment. He keeps talking about, like I said, unbinding yourself from aspects of attachment to reach enlightenment. Because the more that you have aspects of these attachments, and I mean, they can be certain things from, women to fucking clothes and jewelry and money and a lot of superficial things. He's like, the only way that you can keep up with the persona, as you can see, you see the mask right there, you know what I'm saying? But are you really being yourself? Or are you bound to this illusion? You know what I mean? Are you being bound to this illusion? And he's showing me, look at that, the temple path in the situation. Pertaining to his own spiritual beliefs and not being able to execute that to the world. So let me show y'all again. You know what I'm saying? Trying to silence him. You know what I'm saying? He's attempting to reach the world, communicate with the world, share certain things with the world, but rest and rejuvenation, right? It was just not a part of the spiritual path. He keeps showing me the storm warning. This card is basically, and what I keep hearing when I'm touching this card is like, everything that's been done, people will reap what they sow. So I'm assuming he has to address that with certain people that he has particular issues with, or that he's had issues. I feel like he gets into a space to where people have taken advantage of his own philosophy and basically tried to use his work or his legacy for their own personal gain. And I keep feeling like it's more industry than anything. Like, you know what I'm saying? People who run the show. I'll just say it like that. People who run the show. Even when I was looking CAPITALSTEEZ up on Instagram to find some of his songs, his catalog, like, it's not even on that shit. Which I'm assuming he has his own rights, but I'm just kind of curious to know what are the politics behind his music, because I keep feeling like they're trying to suppress it or trying to drown that aspect out. So he's showing me caring connections and happy family. So basically he's around happy friends and family, showing them love, appreciating the love that they show him to this day. Or the people that care about him and look out for him, that's family to him, you know. Even you guys that check him out, or even, just missing him or thinking about him, he appreciates it, showing me some aspects of appreciation. I think I know who this is. This is Thinking Man. And the thing that's kind of funny about this whole Thinking Man is like, it's kind of interesting because he's showing me, he's placing this moon card next to it. When I see the goddess of the moon, this usually would mean that there's an indication of using intuitiveness or withholding a secret. But he's telling me that he is aware of this secret. He was aware of it. I don't know why, but I keep feeling like I need to say that he was aware of what was going to come or what was going to happen, and he still showed aspects of love and appreciation anyway, despite not, you know, it's like not knowing where to go, you know, like you can't really go anywhere or back away, if that makes sense. That's the best way he's describing it. So it's in this space of placing this the seventh chakra on his crown. And again, as I stated before, focusing on the third eye, his crown, different things like that, accepting spiritual faith, which is interesting. Because even with the temple path in the situation, it talks about taking spiritual accountability. And I just kind of feel like with that in the situation, it feels like it feels like he didn't have control. I don't know. That's what I feel. It just feels like he did not have control. And I keep mentioning like the King of Swords or like the Thinking Man, which is kind of replicated to the swords because it's air. I keep mentioning this air sign over and over again. And he keeps saying like, yo, this is not just by me. Like, this is not just my thing or whatever. Let me see. Let me see what else. Look at that. I can't make this up, dude. And like I said, every time that I do these readings, it's always the same shit. It's always the same thing. Even if I use a different deck, this is a completely different deck. I'm using this card as the King of Cups. Okay, that's his, you know what I'm saying? That's his card. You know what I'm saying? He talks about creating a spiritual foundation for the music that he has. You know what I'm saying? Like creating something that feels solid, basically. 9 of Pentacles talks about the money, getting comfortable money that's coming in from his success and the hard work that he had going on. But check this out. Why is it that he keeps complaining about something being stolen or someone taking things from him? And I just said this. 7 of Swords is talking about somebody putting in more of an effort than they are. And someone taking advantage or stealing, like I said, stealing their hard work. You know, 9 of Pentacles, 4 of Wands, stealing the work they put into this whole shit. Being restricted, blocked. As you can see in that corner, what you see. Don't that look like the devil running off with the goods while the bitch busy trying to distract the nigga? I don't know what that's about, but seems pretty relative to me. 4 Cups, kind of being in the space of regret, you know, at times. Like maybe there's some aspects of regret when it comes down to associating with certain people. It's like sad. He just has like a very sad energy that certain people would do things to him. Look at that 2 of Spades. You know what I'm saying? Can you really trust people? You got, you know, that could be him giving somebody a flower. And look, the bitch got the sword right there and she got it right there behind her. You know what I'm saying? Can you really trust your friends? Because the two of Swords can often talk about betrayals and friends. Okay? And I'm going to say it again. And I keep showing these particular situations again. He is speaking up again. This card right here, this is like the Page of Wands. Page of Wands talks about a spiritual voice or speaking up or sending a message to someone. And the final card, here go your King of Swords. I can't make this shit up. I cannot make this shit up. Oh, look at the bottom of the deck. There you go. There you go. Look at the bottom of the deck. This is at the bottom of the deck. Because we was just talking about, what were we just saying, right? Being restricted. Who is blocking him? Who is stopping him from pursuing his dreams, okay? This is at the bottom of the deck, okay? And then here go the card right here. Who that look like? Who that look like? Trying to steal somebody's shit. Trying to block their path. The thing is that they were looking for someone more naive to manipulate, and he's putting that blame on this King of Swords. This King of Swords is a much older man who has much more power and much more responsibility, who wants to take things and own it and try to enslave the people that he loves. I'm just going to say it like that. And that's why he feels conflicted about it, because he's surprised that certain people would kind of like let that shit go down. But he looks at things from a space of a higher consciousness. You know what I'm saying? That's why I feel like it's easier for him to forgive, even though he just lets karma handle it. Like, that's his whole attitude. I don't know, that's his whole attitude. He's like, I'm gonna just let karma handle it. Like, that's how he's communicating. Let me see if there are any other questions. If you guys have questions, let me see. I think somebody sent some stuff through Super Chat. Oh, thank you for the donation, Stephanie. Oh, Cheryl, I appreciate you. Thank you. Thank you, Cheryl. Thank you, Stephanie. You guys are wonderful. Let me see. Does Joey have anything to do with this? Well, that was asked before, and I will definitely try to find a card for him. How about that? And let's see what we get. That's all we can do. You want to use this one? Which one do you want to use? Sorry, just give me a second. I gotta feel the energy and feel like which one is he feeling the most, basically. So just give me a second to find his card for Joey, because I know he's like Aquarius, I think, if I'm correct, or Capricorn, one of the two. But I think I used this card as his card the last time. Let's see. Does he have anything to do? Does Joey have anything to do with capital C's passing? If you would like to speak on that, how comfortable do you feel about that, or would you like to address certain people? Help me understand what is going on with the aspect of your passing, and tell me and communicate to me if this person was involved in any type of way. All right, so let's see. Ooh. Ouch. I'll say that I'm gonna do my best to handle this or speak on this the best way possible. Okay. So here he is, and this is what I use the card for Joey, his energy. Okay. The subconscious mind is talking about burdens, you know what I'm saying? There seems to be a lot of strife and a lot of stress that seems to be surrounding this relationship that he has with him, carrying on the burdens, you know, or the stress of what has happened to Steez. You know, basically that's the feeling that I keep getting. He's showing me the strength card, you know, trying to bond with somebody, trying to relate to somebody and have a strong connection with this person. And he's addressing that he had a strong connection with this person before, and things kind of just changed over time. And I think maybe it's because of the amount of work, the pressure, you know, that's what it's talking about. Spiritual pressure, a lot of spiritual pressure going on. And he keeps, again, 8 of Swords. It's like he's being blocked out. He's saying that this is something that is on the pretense of more of a more powerful thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, not just to put it on an artist or just to put it on one particular person. That's ridiculous. You know what I'm saying? But I keep feeling like somebody knows something, because this 10 of Swords in a situation, I wouldn't see, usually if he were to address that he did something to himself, this 10 of Swords would be in a different placement. But he placed this in a situation. So that would indicate to me that something is wrong with his case. Something is wrong. And I keep feeling like there's like a woman, okay, there's like a woman crying woman. Okay, maybe this might be his mother, it could be somebody else's mother, but I keep feeling like it could be his mother. Temperance card, just trying to understand the truth because she doesn't feel like something is right, dude. I'm sorry, I just feel like that. She feels like there's something going on where somebody's like, people are stealing, you know what I'm saying? Stealing money, not giving the answers, not helping, too busy. And it's because of the emperor. It's because of the person who initiated all this stuff. So that's the reason why I just feel like basically, and it's crazy. That's crazy because I was about to use this card as Joey, funny enough, but like but I used the other one instead. But like I said, he's talking about like keep doing, it's like trying to push people to do their career and to do their music. You know what I'm saying? Despite all of those things. When we get to that place of travel, you know what I'm saying? When we get to that point, it's like we'll move on from that at a later time. You know, like it's very complicated. It's a complicated thing and it's a very sensitive matter, you know? It's a very sensitive type of thing. So I just feel like when it comes down to that situation, it's a deal where I feel like individuals had to make a choice for their career. People had to make a choice, you know what I mean? And he doesn't want to put all the blame on one person or another person. It's just, he's upset at the system. If that makes sense. Does that make sense? He's upset at that people have to be so, you know, money hungry and control and all of those things. Like just constantly trying to separate, you know, people and do fuck shit, basically. Like just to create drama or just to create issues. And I you know, it's a misfortunate thing. I'll just say it like that. It's just very misfortunate. I'm going to find his card again. And I'm going to also find the death card. I'm going to see if anybody has any other questions. He was signed to, Oh, isn't that something? You don't say. You do not say. Huh. I'm telling you, I feel like, you know, when you do certain things like that, like people be trying to insure, man. People be, you gotta be careful with this game because it's real scary. It's a real scary thing. That's why I wish that rappers would actually try to like work together and like put money in together or whatever, or trust people to do stuff like that and create their own label and secure like their own, you know, their own personal profits. So let me try to find, I'm sorry, I found his card. Here you go. I'm just looking for that death card. There we go. Okay, got it. All right, so we're gonna ask about it again, okay? Here go his card, death card. And let me shuffle up these really quick and find out if he wants to focus on that. Find out what's going on with that energy pertaining to his demise. Please allow me to clarify and understand whatever it is that you need to say in order to have clear awareness of the situation that happened with you. And I understand, yeah, look at that. People stealing. They're talking about, he's like, keeps talking about people stealing. Learning about people stealing things. People, it's going to come to light. He keeps saying, like, certain things are going to come to light. Wow. Okay. He's probably not going to talk about things in detail. I'm just going to say it like that. It's sensitive. You know what I'm saying? Because he's showing me this hurts. Seven of Swords, feeling backstabbed, you know what I'm saying? Pertaining to his passing. He was really trying to like look out for himself or isolate himself and not really be bothered with the situation or be bothered with different, I guess you could say, trying to keep his guard up, you know what I'm saying? That's what he seems to be expressing. He seems to be talking about like some aspects of the Four of Cups. So I don't know, I don't feel like it's in his system, but he seems to be pointing at somebody else talking about whether they were on something. I don't know, because I keep seeing white powders, and then I also see like liquor, but those are the two main ones. And I see like weed smoke, stuff like that, but those are the two main ones that I see. And in his subconscious mind, because let me show y'all again, okay? I'm gonna show y'all again. Look, this death card, in his subconscious mind, he's pulling out this King of Pentacles. This King of Pentacles energy. He keeps saying this is a businessman that is responsible for my demise, okay? And I don't know what the deal is with this businessman, but I'll just say that they were trying to possess his things, okay? Holding on to his possessions, holding on to the things that he worked hard for, the things that were supposed to benefit him and the people that he cared about the most in his own personal circle. And I keep pulling out these two cards right here, the King of Wands, the Queen of Wands. So he's describing, I don't know if this person is married, but he is describing this business person as a married person. He's putting most of that responsibility, as I stated before, somebody stealing his shit. He's putting most of that responsibility on people who have bigger money. And I'm not trying to say that certain people are not accountable or responsible or whatever, but I just feel like, it's not to say that he's more understanding of it, but he's like, it's basically looking at the situation like, damn, I didn't think it was going to be like that. And then you try to figure out what's the influence behind it. Does that make sense? Like, you're trying to look at the influence behind the circumstances of what happened. And you're like, oh, I see. I don't know. It's just very obvious. Like, I see now. I see certain things very clearly now. Again, he keeps showing me something. This is interesting. Because I kept talking about someone, as I stated before, this is somebody that he shared money with, did business with, okay? And he keeps talking about certain people who are a married couple, okay? King of Swords, Queen of Swords, married couple. Stopping, this was my dream. He keeps saying this is my dream since I was young, since I was a little pup, you know what I'm saying? Since I was trying to come up and do my thing. Situation 3 of Pentacles. Who is trying to stop him from working? Who was trying to stop this man from working? Because he keeps talking about y'all. He keeps talking about a businessman, King of Pentacles. King of Swords is the primary focus, right, of the person, of their own personality or attitude or who they are. But they're a businessman and they can make powerful moves. Judgment card, right? This results in aspects of death, okay? Judgment, speeding up the process of what will happen to others as a result of those things. But for him, he's like, you know what, forget it. This is some aspect of a fulfillment. You know what I mean? Because he keeps showing me this Queen of Cups too. So even after he's going through this process of death and transition, it's like he's finding somebody that's more on his level, which is kind of interesting, which I like. I kind of like that. That it's like he's gone through this process, but he's been able to connect with somebody that he enjoys, you know what I'm saying? It's like he detaches from, he has to detach from it. I don't even blame him. He has to detach at times from something like that, because that's extremely heavy and it's extremely sensitive. And for whatever reason, people want me to change my story or my reading, but I'm like, how can I do that when the cards keep coming up the same motherfucking way? Like, what y'all want me to do? So anyway, I don't know if there are any other questions. It doesn't seem like it. But yeah, let's see. I don't think I see any other questions. I think that should be it. I'm just gonna see if he has any final messages. I'm gonna use this deck really quick just to top it off. See if you have any messages for your fans or anything else that you need to explain. It's funny how people got me saying all the juicy gossip stuff, and I'm putting myself out there. Like, bruh, I'm telling you, bro, like, people crazy. Sorry, I'm just like talking to him. Like, people crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm telling you, it's crazy because it's like, it's interesting when it comes down to like people like, you know, certain psychics, and they get, you know, a lot of attention, a lot of notoriety, and a lot of views for saying bullshit, bro. Forgive me for saying nonsense. And when somebody actually be really saying some stuff, people be shook, boy. They be shook, even though I be like, yo, it's for entertainment purposes. You know what I'm saying? It ain't even what you tripping for. It's just for entertainment. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, it's like, you know, if y'all niggas feeling that I'm telling the truth, then we need to negotiate or do something. But let's just keep acting like people don't know what I'm talking about. All right. Okay, I'm just gonna leave it at that. He's like showing me resting, okay? Rest and rejuvenation. That's what he's on. He's just on resting. That's why I'm just like, let him be. You know what I'm saying? He loves the fact that he was able to put in his work. He wants people to maintain and to meditate. It's not to say, like I said, it's not to say that, you know, certain aspects of finances aren't important, because they are important. Even for the people that he tried to provide for, they are important. He wishes that they would just get what they deserve. I don't know if he's thinking about his, like, a mother or a female figure trying to get certain things in order for them to be taken care of or looked after. And again, but it's still dealing with this aspect of attachment, trying to let go of those of specific attachments, but with whatever attachments that he can provide for the people that he cares about, particularly family, that's important to him. There seems to be, like I said, a lot of fighting going on, or it's like they're trying to move forward and heal together, like within certain groups. I'll say between, like, say mom, sister, different things like that. Trying to heal within that. But then sometimes certain things get out of whack when it comes down to other people getting involved, or whenever the industry or certain people get involved, that's when it gets chaotic and crazy. And he's like, I just wish that they would stop. You know, that they would stop messing with my family. I don't know. That they would stop messing with his family, because he's like, I will fight for mine. He's like, I'll be trying not to, but I will definitely fight for mine. You know what I'm saying? And basically this right here we go. Door to spirit. I guess that's his final thing. Do y'all best to elevate, basically. Do y'all best to be mindful of the choices that y'all make. You know what I'm saying? Read the fine print. Look at that. Look at the book. Make sure y'all read the fine print. Make sure y'all use a black light. Y'all use a motherfucking black light and infrared light and all types of light so y'all can see what's going on. I'm gonna just say it like that. Yeah. So anyway, it has been lovely. I hope you enjoyed this reading. And we're grateful to CAPITALSTEEZ. Happy birthday to you. You know what I'm saying? Prayers to you, reborn day. I know that you're probably not super celebratory or of the world, but we appreciate the work that you have been able to provide. So, bye.